Hello entrepreneurs, welcome back to the Entrepreneurship channel, the channel where future business leaders come to get inspired. Guys, today I'm going to be talking about the most fascinating Indian businessman. This is the man who changed business in India forever, and that is Ratan Tata. Ratan Tata was born on 28th of December in 1937 in Mumbai. After finishing his formal education, Ratan Tata joined Tata Sons to work as an employee. In the 1970s, Ratan Tata was given his first shot at management. Ratan Tata was given the charge of Nelco, one of the group companies which was not doing so well. Ratan Tata managed to change around the fortune of Nelco, only to see it fall back down in a market crash. In 1991, J.R.D. Tata stepped down as chairman and named Ratan Tata as the chairman of the Tata Group. In his first few years as a chairman, Ratan Tata faced a lot of stiff resistance from other more experienced men in the company, but he managed to face them all off. In his 21 years as a chairman, Ratan Tata has managed to increase the revenues of Tata Group by 40 times and has managed to increase the profits of Tata Group by a whopping 50 times. Now, let's dive straight into Ratan Tata's 6 business rules for success. Rule number 1, communicate with your employees.
Far more is gained by walking on the shop floor and talking to the people and trying to communicate. One of my weaknesses has been, I think, I've never communicated enough or adequately with our people, partly because I'm a shy person, and secondly, because I didn't realize the importance of communication. But I think communication with the employees is an exceedingly important function that any company chairman has to do and be visible in that sense.
Rule number 2, take chances in business.
The large companies of this world, and there are many, and many successful companies, or are they the companies that took chances, where individuals started in garages, where ideas were born? Where did Microsoft, where did Apple, where did Amazon, where did Google, where did Facebook come from? They came from ideas that people felt something could be done and that they could make a difference.
Rule number 3, be yourself.
I mentioned when you took over that many external observers, they thought you had large shoes to fill in taking over from your uncle. Now, with another transition of power, Cyrus Palonji Mystery has his own large shoes to fill, that of yourself. I wonder what advice you would give Cyrus as he takes on his task as chairman.
I've told Cyrus that he needs to be his own person. That finally was something I did. I realized the shoes I had to fill were far too big for me to mimic the person I was following. And I just decided that just be myself and do what I thought was right would be the way to go. I've told Cyrus the same thing. I think he should feel that he is being his own person and let his personality and his conscience, if you might, drive him.
Rule number 4, make a difference.
And you shouldn't merely consider yourself successful based on the prosperity you gain for yourself, but you should go home at night feeling satisfied if you have made a difference. That difference is something each one of us can make. And we'll have failures and we've had frustrations, but it's a continued commitment that we have to the world around us.
Rule number 5, be motivated by competition.
My own personal feeling is that it is not a threat, provided it is looked at as a driver for competition and a driver for innovation on the part of an Indian company. I'll take the automobile industry as an example. Despite the fact that we produce about 2 million cars a year, there are only 2 manufacturers, true manufacturers of Indian cars. It's Mahindra and Tata's. Every other international manufacturer is here in one form or another. Yes, there are disadvantages because scale, etc., is far bigger in the foreign manufacturers. But if you look before that, the 50 years of automobiles, we had two manufacturers who never increased their production for more than 50,000 cars, who never changed their model, who never innovated, who never gave the market anything other than what they produced. And the market just bought what they did. You waited 7 years for a car, 10 years for a car. So if you look at the two examples, has India benefited? I would say yes. And do the two Indian manufacturers gain anything from this open market? Yes, because we're driven to compete with those people. And the day we look at that they're meant to drive us out, I think we as a nation would lose out. All of you are being trained to be innovative and hopefully outdo the MNCs when they come here. It's our job as employers to encourage you to do that, to encourage you to break new ground, to think out of the box. And it's for you to do it, and for us to support it. So I don't think we should look at MNCs as a threat. I think we should look at them as a motivator to be more competitive and beat them.
Rule number 6, do what can't be done.
The greatest pleasure I've had is trying to do something that everybody says could not be done. I'll just share perhaps a moment in time which I will always cherish. I decided that India could produce its own car. Everybody, my friends overseas in the automobile business, said that this couldn't be done. We had to go through a collaboration to get know-how, get technology. But we undertook to produce this car. You saw images of it in the video. It was called the Indica, and we produced it in India, totally of Indian content. As we got close to putting it in the market, my friends in India somewhat distanced themselves from me, otherwise known as distancing yourself from failure. And when the car came out, I suddenly felt that I didn't have a friend in the world, and that all the warnings that people had given me were probably going to come true. But the car did come out. It did earn a 20% market share, and we showed that we could do something. Throughout the time I've been involved in business, there hasn't been anything that has equaled the excitement, the reward, and the exhilaration that the car industry has provided and can provide.
So guys, if you learned something new from this video, remember to hit the like button down below, because that really helps the channel and the YouTube algorithm. If you want to join our learning community, then please hit the subscribe button down below, and remember to comment your favorite quote by Ratan Tata.